Another defeat for City. It's the 5th straight defeat in a row. Let me know how you feel after that game. Let me know in the comments down below. Welcome to the Bradford City v Swindon Town match reaction. It's a tough one to react to, a bit like last week, where we've had a really good performance again, and then a poor result, but this performance was a lot better than last week's, even though last week's was still good. You could see the improvements under Mark Hughes, and every game we're getting better, and that's the only positives you can take from these games. And you know, when you lose, it's good to take the positives and remove the negatives. Obviously, there are some big negatives from the game, but you know, we've got to remain positive, and obviously we're 9 points away from relegation zone. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think we'll be in a relegation battle this season, but you know, we've got some tough games coming up, and I'll tell you them now actually. But the thing is with these games, they're not really winnable. We've had 2 tough games there in Mansfield, Swindon. Then we've then got to play Forest Green on Saturday. Then we've got Hartlepool, and it don't get easier then. You think, can we get a few? No. Port Vale, Newport, Bristol, Northampton, Tranmere, Colchester, Scunthorpe. Okay, granted, them 2 games we should be winning. Sutton and then Carlisle. So there's 3 games there where you think must win. Hartlepool probably a must win after Forest Green, considering that we're probably going to lose on Saturday. But it's not looking good, is it? Because we have got some tough teams to play. I don't think we'll be in a relegation battle. Looking at previous seasons, it's normally around 46 points and you're safe. So I think we're on 40, aren't we? So get another 10 points and we're safe. And I think we will. I think we'll beat Scunthorpe, Carlisle and Colchester and get some. I think we will get some points in between. I don't think we're that bad. And the league position doesn't actually reflect this squad. This squad is a good group of players who are underperforming mainly, but we have been hit with bad injuries this season. And you can say, well, we haven't been good enough, which we haven't in games, but we've also had long-term injuries in Isa, Angol, Vernon's been out for quite a long period, Walker, Pereira, first game on the bench today. So when you look at the injuries as a whole, there's been a lot more. It's been a very injury-hit season again, and that's why we're stuck in League 2 these last few seasons. But if you want to praise the team for the performance, then that I applaud, because it's good to take the positives. But I do feel if we play like that under Derek Adams towards the end and we lost, then we might not have been saying about the performance. And I think a lot of the last 2 games where we're saying it's been a good performance is because he's a new manager and it's Mark Hughes and want to give him time. Although I do agree they have been good games. On the team then, we'll start off at the back with Bass. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Let me know your player ratings in the bottom and who your man of match were. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Did I say 7? I'm going to give him a 6. Because he was at fault for the penalty. Massively at fault. I think that's where concentration comes into it at the end. You've got to be concentrated and composed when it comes to those final minutes, and he wasn't. He rushed out of his net. It were a ball he should never have gone for. It's worked a lot in the game where he's gone for balls that maybe shouldn't have been his, and he's gone for them and he's won them. But that one, it's the dust in the penalty box, and he's gone rushing out, and as soon as he comes out of his net, you just know he's gonna foul them, and it were erratic. It was stupid, but he did make a brilliant save before that, and overall he didn't have a bad game, but that big mistake at the end has cost him, and it's cost us. Right back, Luke Hendry, I think he had another solid game. I'll give him a 7 out of 10 because he was good going forward, offered support on the overlap, and then defensively, he's not as good as what we want him to be, but he puts effort in every game, and you can see it shines through. And it would be good if we could make this alone a tournament in the summer, because I do think he gives everything, and he's one of a few players who does stick out when you look at how much of a big improvement there's been in the January signings that we made. And then the two centre-backs, Songo and Paudie O'Connor, I'd probably have to give them both 7s because they both saved it twice. Songo headed it out off the line. Paudie O'Connor also did the same. Obviously, it's League 2 football, so you're going to get caught out. And both players showed the weaknesses at times. I think Paudie O'Connor got done a couple of times, but also put in some good tackles. So I would give them both 7s. They both had good games, but obviously when you concede 2 goals, you can go at the defence. But I think, a couple of individual errors and a bit of focus got lost for the 2 goals. Also, Matty Folds, I think he had another poor game. I'd give him a 5 out of 10. We're below average because to say he's a left-footed left-back, he looks like a right-footed left-back because every time he gets the ball on that left side, he looks so indecisive. He gets the ball, and it looks like he's trying to get on into that. He's like, just put it down the line or just pass it. It's simple, and he's in and ahhing. And it's like, just do your job. It's your left foot on the left side. Quite simple, but he seems exposed and he seems like he's low on confidence, and he doesn't seem like he has been all season. But Rydell should be coming back soon. I think he's out with concussion, but I don't know. He should be coming back soon. But I think Folds has been good this season, but the last 2 games have been he's been really off it. So hopefully that can change for him. We've got Elliot Watt, who I think had a pretty good game. Obviously, he's Marmite in this fan base where some either love him or some hate him. But I think he had a 6 out of 10. It was an average game. I think he played alright. I'd like to see him. He's playing in that defensive midfielder role as a deep line playmaker. He needs to drop into the centre halves more to come and get the ball. He hides behind their strikers too much. He needs to drop a bit deeper and then he gets the ball more. Then he can look forward, but he's hiding behind him and then we force it long. If he drops deeper, then he'll get more of the ball and will look better. Callum Cook, I thought he was 7 out of 10. I thought he didn't put a foot wrong. I thought he had a good game, put effort in. He tried to get the ball down more when it was up in the air around his space, and I thought he had a really good game, Callum Cook. I'd give him a 7 out of 10. On the right, we had Gareth Evans starting his first game since September. Came on last Saturday and did pretty well. Put a good effort in, really, and put a good cross in. But I do think he had a good game. Obviously scored the goal. I'd have to give him the 8, actually, man of match for me, because he put a few good plays, good crosses, put a load of effort in. Like you do get effort with Gareth Evans. You don't see him walking that much. And to say he's in his, I don't have a guess if he's 33, 34, but he does put effort in, and it's clear to see. You see his shirt all muddy, shorts muddy, and he does get stuck in sometimes. I'd like, when 70th minute plus, he came into the midfielder role, didn't he, and they were too narrow, and it did look like he were getting leggy, and I'm glad that Sutton came on for him, because I thought that's the ideal sub, someone who he offers you effort, he runs a lot to Sutton, and I do think that would the right sub. And Sutton-wise, whilst I'm on the topic, I'd give him a 6. He didn't do much today, but he couldn't do much because he didn't have a lot of time to really do out, but I'd give him a 6 as average. He didn't do out when coming on. And then left mid, we had Gilead, didn't we? Looked good again. I'd probably have to give him another 7 because he's good on the ball. He looks composed, he looks calm, he looks assertive when he's on the ball, and he looks like a real threat for against teams now. And I do like Gilead on the left. He looks really good. And with Gilead and Evans, you do get effort. You get tracking back when they can. And unlike Walker, Werner, Meiser, they might not track back as much, and they put effort in them too. And sometimes effort over quality is more appreciated. So we'll have to see how them do when they come back, Pereira as well. But it's good that we are just easing them back into a team. And I think that's what we've got to do. And then the 2 strikers, Cook and Lavery, I'd give Cook a 6. I think he was average. I think his work rate's always admired. He always wins headers. They're not exactly always accurate. He ain't getting any chances, is he? When you think about it, he's getting a little flick-ons, but he needs something to come off his backside and into a net, because that's the only way he will get confidence and probably get more chances, because he'll be there and he'll be flying if he just gets one off his backside. He's gone 8 games without a goal. And Lavery, his strike partner today, worked brilliant. They both worked really well. I think Lavery probably has to get better because he probably showed a bit more effort coming into a team for the first, starting his first game since November, being out of the team, lack of sharpness, and he looked really good. And I do think if you're going to bring Robinson on for one of the two, bring Cook off for him. Why are these managers siding with Cook all the time? Is there something in his contract where you have to play him every game or something? You can't bring him off because he's not coming off that pitch. He's not getting dropped. They'll love him, these managers. For me, Lavery had the better game. He didn't look leggy. I don't know why he came off, unless it's a suspected injury, which I can't see. And Robinson and Cook have been tested in the last match. They weren't on the same wavelength, and they weren't when they came on today. Both going for the same balls, both making the same runs, and it's so frustrating when you watch it in the crowd and you see them both. Well, because they're both going for the same ball, and Lavery were making good runs in behind Cook, and it was a breath of fresh air watching Lavery today because he was taking risks, going at defenders, running in behind, offering Cook more support, and we must see Lavery and Cook more. Actually, from now to the end of the season, we must see that. And then subs, I've been through Sutton, I'd give him a 6. Who else came on? Let's think. My mind's gone. Robinson, I've just said him. 6, didn't do out either, and I think that's it, wasn't it? No, Daly, 6, didn't do out coming on. Didn't have the chance to do out coming on. Would have been nice to see Pereira for 5 minutes, give him a quick run out. It would have got the fans, the atmosphere would have been raised seeing him, but I don't want to rush anyone back because injury prevention is massive, and we are getting so many injuries. We need to ease them back into a team. But a 2-1 defeat, unlucky maybe, but we can't buy a win, can we? But the improvements are there. Got another full week of training. Let's see what happens for Forest Green on Saturday. Have a good one.